and I'm a financial advisor. I'll give you a little bit of my background. I'm from Miami. I'm from down here, born and raised. Not around here necessarily. I grew up in Carroll City. Miami Gardens now. I have a financial advisor's office. My office is off of 163rd Street, right across from Olita Park. And what I do is I help people with their investments. Okay, I help people plan for retirement. I help people plan for their children's college education, at least paying for it. I help people plan for purchases like buying a house, buying automobiles, and I just help people make money in the market. What I want to talk about is the basics of finance, the basics of investing. What I find is that a lot of people think that investing is difficult, it's hard, or it's confusing. So I want to take some of that mystery away by explaining the three basic types of investments. Okay, this is the pillars. These are the things that everything builds on top of. It's kind of like a house. When you get ready to build a house, the first thing you do, you pour your foundation. Everything else goes on top of that. We're going to talk about that foundation of investment. We're not going to go too in depth, but we are going to talk about that. There's two basic things you can do with money. Only two. Believe it or not, there's only two. You can own something or you can loan something. Okay? And we're talking about investment. Keep it in mind, we're talking about investments. The young lady in the back just gave us a very good idea, a very good example of a loan. She said, put it in the bank. So that's checking accounts and savings accounts. When you put your money in the bank, okay, the bank doesn't put it in the vault and sit there and say, okay, I'm sorry, what's your name?
Elena.
They don't say, okay, Elena just gave us $100. We're going to put that $100 bill in the vault. We're going to put Elena's name on it, and we're going to wait until Elena wants some of that money back, and we're going to just leave it there and sit it there. What the bank does is they take your money, your check in your savings account, and they go out and they use that money to do other things to make the bank money. Now they'll pay you a very small amount of interest, okay? Very small amount of interest on it, but they're going to use that money you put away to go and do other things, okay? And then when you go and ask for money, they give you somebody else's money back. But they're using your money to make money. So that's really a short-term loan, what you're doing with the bank. You're lending them your money, they're giving you a little piece of interest, and then they'll give it back when you need it. That's a loan.
My name is Jason Wallowitz. I'm one of the managing directors of United Financial Counselors. It's a nonprofit that's based out of Hollywood and then also in New York City and Connecticut. So what we do is we provide financial education, we provide credit management, we provide knowledge to basically help you guys get to the position where you have the ability to invest in programs such as Eric's.
Sure.
Now after you go ahead and have the opportunity to make all this money with Eric, you're going to have to want something to do with it. So the ability to leverage your money and basically turn that into more money is what I want to talk to you about. It's basically managing credit. So the opportunity to manage credit is, let's say I recently bought a house. Now let's say I had $200,000. Interest rates 3 months ago were at 3.5%. But let's say Eric's making me 8% on $200,000. What am I better off doing? I'm better off borrowing the money at 3.5% than taking my investment that's making 8% to pay for my house, right? Fairly simple, right? But what do I need to do then? Need credit. Need credit to borrow the money, right? Purpose of buying credit. Does anyone here want to own a business? All right. Biggest thing that we needed in order for us to run United Financial Counselors, we need licensing. We need to acquire a lot of licenses. There's a lot of fraudulent scams out here, especially when it comes to financial counseling and foreclosure prevention. So we need to acquire these licenses. One of the things they wanted to do other than take my blood was to go ahead and run my credit. Run my credit, I had to get an FBI background check, I had to go ahead and go to the state's office, and it was one thing after another. But the biggest thing was your credit. If you filed bankruptcy or you had any derogatory trade lines or any delinquent payments on any credit cards or collection accounts, the first thing they'd say is, I'm sorry sir, we're unable to approve you for these licenses. Come back to us 1 year from now and show us that you've done something different. Well, the reason is for that is that they feel, and I don't think it really falls too much in effect in this economy, they feel if you have bad credit, you're most likely to steal money. That's what they feel. Now, I don't know, right now, credit is, it's a luxury. If you have good credit, it is a luxury. I mean, the majority of people in this stage of the economy have bad credit for one reason or another. The economy crashed, and what do we have to do? We had to borrow money to pay for borrowed money, and then eventually caught up to us, and we didn't have enough money. So we let these bills become delinquent. So, but the reality is that it's actually pretty easy to get yourself back from that 500 credit score or that 400 credit score. Get yourself to the point where you have the ability to purchase, you have the ability to leverage. The ability to leverage money. With the ability to leverage, you can actually gain wealth. Credit is of the biggest thing: mortgages, student loans, credit cards, medical bills. Everything is combined with your credit. And who here knows of the credit bureaus that are out there?
Experian.
Equifax.
Experian.
TransUnion. There's one more.
Experian.
There's one more that many of us don't know about. In fact, actually, there are 15 different credit bureaus.
Really?
There are three majors: TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. But there's another one that's become very, very big, developed by CoreLogic. It's called check systems. What is the purpose of check systems?
Run your check.
The purpose of check system is to monitor your banking activity. How many times you overdraft? How many delinquent bank accounts are out there? So when you go to TD Bank, you say, I want to open up a bank account with you. Are they going to pull your credit? Are they going to look at Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax? No. They're going to look at check systems.